I have never seen a football player in the Premier League, certainly in the modern era, disrespected as much as Bukayo Saka. I mean, genuinely, it is obscene. The mainstream media, on social media, pundits, you can call it criticism, but criticism only lasts for a certain amount of time. Criticism, in my opinion, you can be constructive criticism or you can attack the player. And Bukayo Saka now is the benchmark for any wide player in the Premier League, in my opinion. Kulusevski's compared to Saka. Foden's compared. Palmer is compared. Luis Diaz, Salah. All of these players get compared to Bukayo Saka. His numbers since he's been in the Arsenal team, bearing in mind this guy played as a left back when he started. Bukayo Saka can't do it in the Premier League. Bukayo Saka can't do it in the Champions League, etc., etc., etc. Make sure you go down, drop a like if you are enjoying the content. If we get 500 likes, that would be absolutely glorious. And we are less than 400 subscribers away now from 28,000, and the road to 30K is well and truly on. And after the reaction to the Southampton, the win they had, obviously Sunday was an awful day for me. We 2-0 up, comfortable, and decided to throw it away. And the reaction Sunday and yesterday has been insane. Bukayo Saka, his numbers in an Arsenal shirt are literally insane. He had a really good game against Southampton where he got 2 assists and a goal. 3 goal contributions. It doesn't matter who you're playing in the Premier League. If you have 3 goal contributions, you've had a good game. You can have some games where you don't do anything. You have 1 goal contribution and it kind of papers over the cracks, and that 1 goal contribution could kind of override what you've done in the other 90 minutes. I understand that. But this guy drags his team when they 1-0 down to Southampton back into the game. A world-class assist to Martinelli's goal, gets his goal. And I want to look at his numbers, and I want to look at the positions he's played, and I want to compare him to other players just to see. I don't understand why rivals are so rattled. This guy's done it on the international stage. Who scores the equaliser against Switzerland in the Euros to drag England back into the game? Look at these numbers. For Arsenal Football Club, he's played 236 games and got 121 goal contributions in 236 games. For the under-18s, 23 goal contributions in 28. For the under-21s, 16 in 21. Well, they said Bukayo Saka can't do it in the Champions League. Well, he's played 11 games in the Champions League and he has got 9 goal contributions, 5 goals and 4 assists. And apologies if I sound a little rough. The flu is kicking my backside. 9 goal contributions in 11 games. They said he can't do it on an international stage. Well, he has. In the Europa League, he's got nearly 10 assists and he's got 5 goals. And bearing in mind, majority of these games was at the start of him breaking through into that Arsenal team. Let's look at his Premier League record. 177 games. The return is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Now, I know Bukayo Saka is always going to get criticism. And you look at Palmer, what Palmer's doing on the Chelsea side is absolutely phenomenal right now. And I think that's a fair comparison, looking at Palmer and Saka, because they've both come through the ranks of Premier League clubs, and now they're doing it. I think Palmer has still got to really do it in big games in the Champions League, as well as I think Saka has. Both of them have done really good for England. Palmer assisted the goal for Watkins in the semi-final. Palmer comes off the bench and scores against Spain. Bukayo Saka drags us back into the game against Switzerland. And the 2022 World Cup, Saka was probably England's best player. But I don't get the narrative and the hate, criticism, stick. Call it what you want. I don't get how much hate he gets and for what reason. Yes, we know how Arsenal haven't won a Premier League in 20 years. Yes, he hasn't done it in a big Champions League semi-final yet. I understand that. But if you look at his record so far this season, just on the current season for Arsenal, he's played 2 games in the Premier League and has got 7 assists. He's got 10 goal contributions in 10 games for Arsenal. Other than the only wide player on the right, to my knowledge, that has got more goal contributions in the last 5 years is Mohamed Salah. 10 goal contributions in 10 games with 7 assists and 3 goals. Yes, he hasn't scored as many goals as he usually does, but you have to remember Martin Odegaard has been injured and Bukayo Saka has essentially been the creative spark for Arsenal. Kai Havertz has delivered with the goals. He's got, I think, 5 or 6 goals in his last 5 or 6 games at the Emirates. I just don't really, I don't understand how you can criticize someone of that level. They used to do it with Eden Hazard. But he's not as good as this player or that player. You know, why is it when if I'm a Messi fan and I'm at a bar, you know, drinking, or I'm at a cafe getting a coffee, and I'm wearing a Messi shirt, someone automatically goes, "Oh, Ronaldo's better." You know, why is that a thing? You can have your opinion, but why is it the instant response is, "Oh, Ronaldo's better"? Well, I can't just enjoy both players because they're both of those players, Ronaldo and Messi, are at the end of their careers now. They've probably got one maximum major tournament between them left, and that's probably Argentina at the World Cup. That is it. Iniesta retired. You know, these ends of the greats has finished. And now we're bringing for the new generation, the Mbappes, the Haalands, the Sakas. You know, no more Gareth Bales, no more Xavis, Iniestas. We're now going to be talking about Yamal, Williams, these great players, the Rodris, etc. I just don't understand how the. I watched Jamie O'Hara, and I rate Jamie O'Hara to a degree as a pundit, obviously ex-Spurs, but the outburst from rival fans, he's absolutely extraordinary at times. You know, you're talking about a guy that genuinely has put up incredible numbers for his side. You know, the he's made multiple team of the years. You know, big up to Alan Pardew. You know, Alan Pardew has said Bukayo Saka will break Arsenal record that stood for 86 years with his next England goal, and Pardew claims Saka will win Arsenal the title. And there is a lot of positive news around Bukayo Saka. I'm not going to deny that. This is from TalkSport, as you can see, one of their articles. Big up to Alan Pardew. But there's also a lot of criticism, and I can understand the criticism of him not winning the Premier League yet, but to criticize, but he's not as good as this player. Well, we don't know that because he's not playing anymore. But he can't do it in the Champions League. Oh, he has. Oh, he can't do it in a major tournament. Oh, he has. You know, he can't create chances for forwards. Oh, he has. He can't score goals. He has. I understand he's only won a Charity Shield and an FA Cup. But I don't buy the narrative. Like, you can criticize Harry Kane as much as you want in terms of the guy hasn't won silverware, but you can't really attack him in terms of his output. Yes, you can argue he hasn't turned up in the finals. He hasn't turned up in the biggest games. However, in the Premier League seasons, in the Bundesliga seasons, the guy's numbers are phenomenal. Sorry. And I think Bukayo Saka is like he 100% will win silverware in the next couple of years. You know, this Arsenal team at the moment have had a very good start to the season. If they had 11 men on the pitch against Brighton, if they had 11 men on the pitch against Manchester City, in my humble opinion right now, they would be top of the Premier League. It's a 3-horse title race. You got Liverpool that are performing really well with Arne Slot. You got Manchester City. Can they do it without Rodri? They did it last year without Kevin De Bruyne. However, completely different this year because they had Phil Foden to fill in the shoes. And if Arsenal go out and buy a Victor Gyökeres or, you know, an Alexander Isak or someone of that ilk in January, why can't Arsenal go and win the Premier League? They played 7, won 5, drawn 2, lost 0. They're on exactly the same points as Manchester City. You know, exactly the same goal difference, exactly the amount of wins, same amount of draws, same amount of defeats. Manchester City have just scored 2 more goals. You know, Liverpool, incredible start to the season. Played 7, won 6, drawn 0, lost 1. They've only lost 1 of their opening 10 games, and that was to Nottingham Forest. And I personally believe this title race is going to go down to the wire again. You know, if Man City go and get a Rodri replacement in January and bring in a Martin Zubimendi or a Barrea, they'll probably be favourites. If Arsenal go and bring in a Victor Gyökeres or a wide player, they'll probably be favourites. If Liverpool go and bring in a Zubimendi and probably a left back, they will be favourites. However, I don't see the same amount of disrespect to Foden and Salah. And maybe that's because they've won the Premier League. Maybe that's because they're liked more as footballers. Maybe it's because they've just won major honours. But for a player of Bukayo Saka's age, who is what? What is he, 23? Just turned 23 last month, who already has well over 100 goal contributions in an Arsenal shirt. I think it's absolutely insane. When you look at his numbers, he's so disrespected. Now, I'm just trying to find out, is that because he hasn't won major honors? If it's because he hasn't won a major honors, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But Cole Palmer is what? Cole Palmer's fair enough. He scored in the Super Cup against Sevilla. He is 1 year younger than Bukayo Saka. He's had an incredible start to his career at Chelsea, but I don't see him getting the same amount of criticism as Bukayo Saka. His record last year, 33 goal contributions in 33 games, was absolutely phenomenal in the Premier League for Cole Palmer. I really, really rate both these players. I really like Cole Palmer. I've liked it. I was there live in the flesh when he made his debut against Burnley in a 2-0 win for City. I think he's an incredible footballer. But I don't see him getting nowhere near the amount of stick as Bukayo Saka. Genuinely, I don't. Call it hate, call it criticism, call it whatever you want to call it. I just find it incredibly strange. For a player that talented who's done so well for that football club, who's got 121 goal contributions in 236 games, done it on I'd love to know what his England record is as well, because his England record is very good as well. For England, he's played. He's got 1, 5, 8, 11, 12. He's got 14 goal contributions for England already, and he's played in 3 tournaments already. 3 tournaments, and he's 23. He played in the 2022 World Cup, 2021 Euros, 2024 Euros. He's already played in 3 major tournaments, and he's 23. Let's say he plays in the next World Cup, which is next year, the next Euros, which is 3 years' time. He could play another 3 or 4 tournaments, and he's only 20. He'll only be 30 by then. Probably do another 5 tournaments if you wanted to. But let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think it's criticism? Do you think it's hate? I just want to kind of understand I know there'll be lots of Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal fans watching this. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think this is fair criticism of Bukayo Saka? Or is it hate? Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you have subscribed. The road to 30,000 subscribers is well and truly on. Like I said, we're less than 400 away from 28,000, which is genuinely a joke. So big up to every single one of you. I'll see you all in the next one. Let me know your thoughts down below on Bukayo Saka and Cole Palmer. And I'll see you all soon. Thank you all for watching. I am out.